Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. And this is Alex Muir, helping millennial professionals reach peak mental and physical performance. And in today's episode, I'm starting a new series on financial education. And this is episode 1, my top 3 tips for budgeting as a Canadian Millennial Professional. Now you might be thinking, oh, budgeting, not that. Well, here's the kicker. Budgeting will help you in all areas of your life. Investing, saving, paying down debt, and managing your finances overall. So with all that said, this leads me to tip number 1. Dedicate 50% of your paycheck towards your bills. Now you might think that this is a lot, but it's actually a conservative amount. Not all of us have, a ton of money, but that doesn't matter. What matters is utilizing the money that we do have, and the first thing that we got to take care of first is bills. Now, some examples of bills would be your hydro, your cell phone bill, food, and a few other bills. But those are the main ones. And your rent, I forgot to mention. Next up is tip number 2. Dedicate 30% towards your wants, or what I like to call your fun money. Now, what is your fun money, might you ask? Well, your fun money, or your wants, is your monthly expenditure as a percentage of about 20 to 30% after you've paid your bills, dedicated towards things you want to do. This could be going to see a movie, eating out, going on a weekly adventure, buying a new book, buying new clothes. These are just a few examples of things that you might want in any given month. And I consider that fun money, because it's not things you necessarily need, but they're things that you want. And life is not worth living if you can't have a little fun. And lastly, for tip number 3, is dedicate 20% or between 10 to 20% of your remainder of your funds towards investing. Now, a few of my recommendations that I personally use for my own investment portfolio: start with stock. If you're someone that is just getting into the investment side of things, you've got a bit of learning to do. Pick up a couple books on how to invest in stocks. If you're Canadian, now I don't know how it would work for Americans, but for a Canadian, a couple books that I read were by David Foster. The Lazy Investor talks about something called drip investing. And what is drip investing? Drip investing is dividend reinvestment plans. So these are companies that are listed, they're Canadian companies that are listed through one of 2 Canadian trust companies. And one of them is called Canadian Stock Transfer, the other is called Computershare. And both of these trusts enlist Canadian companies that offer dividend reinvestment plans and stock purchase plans. Now, stock purchase plans and dividend reinvestment plans, what those allow you to do is to buy shares of stock without having to pay brokerage commission. Now, by not paying brokerage commission and by utilizing this plan, you save on the commission, so you're not paying that, and then you get to reinvest the dividends that the stock earns back into the stock. So you're growing your portfolio, you're increasing the value of your stock that way, because every time it pays a dividend, it gets reinvested back into your overall portfolio. So that's investment option number 1. Investment option number 2 would be to invest in real estate. Now, I currently own a condo, and I got into the market when I was 23. I am now going to be 27 this month. And I would say it's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. It makes you house rich, but a little bit cash poor, but I believe it's worth it. Because what happened was, I was able to get into the market, but it was very tight, with funds. And I was fortunate enough to utilize my stock that I had bought when I was working at the bank, because I got 4 years experience in the bank. Now, although I'm no longer with the bank, that experience served me well and prepared me for a financial future. And with my background in banking, that's why I want to share all this education that I've learned with you guys, because getting into real estate, the reason I tell you to start with stock is because most people can afford to buy a few shares and build up their investment capital with the stock. What I did was I used my stock capital that I built up from the age 19 to 23, or even 18 to 23, and I used that to help as a down payment on my condo. And then as soon as I got into the market, then what I did was I built equity in my condo, because I went from being a renter to being a homeowner. Now, whether you have a house or a condo, doesn't matter. Yes, you're going to gain a little bit more value in a house, but you just getting into the market, however you choose to do that, whether you're someone that's good at fixing up houses, finding value. I'm a value investor, so I look for areas of opportunity, whether that be in undervalued stocks, undervalued properties, or lastly, I'm actually building my own digital business. So that is the third way that you can invest. And I say building your own business is kind of an investment in yourself, but is a very good investment because in the long run, it can pay you very large dividends. So what are the 3 investment options for you? To dedicate anywhere between 10 and 20% of your earnings after you've paid your bills and after you've had a little fun with your fun money would be stocks, real estate, and building your own business. So hope you guys will enjoy this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe. And also, any comments, leave me a comment for any additional questions you guys might have. And yeah, I'm going to be continuing to push out content every week. And I usually post my podcast on Mondays and blogs and or YouTube video on Wednesdays. I was trying to keep up with the 2 YouTube videos and blog posts a week, but I got a little bit busy there, so probably just going to stick with the 1 per week. But definitely, you guys are going to see my podcasts on Mondays and my blog or YouTube video on Wednesdays. So hope you guys all enjoyed, and stay tuned for next week. Take care.